I've come to India to explore a religion that believes we all have the mental power to perform miracles. This is the Mahabodhi temple in Buddhagaya. According to Buddhist tradition, 2,500 years ago, a man named Siddhartha Gautama came to the realization that the human mind had immense untapped powers. In doing so, he founded an entirely new religion, Buddhism. And tradition says he did it right here under this tree. I want to understand what Buddhists believe happened to Siddhartha as he sat under the tree. Tibetan monk Losang Tenpa has promised to help me find out.
So,
That's the way it's done.
I'm glad you could come.
Oh, me too.
So this is our holiest spot where the Buddha attained awakening.
Losang tells me he'll get me to understand the miracle of the Buddha's enlightenment, and he'll do it by challenging my mind to get me to see the light myself.
So what do you know about Lord Buddha? What do they teach you in America?
I learned that he was of noble birth, and he grew up very, very sheltered, and said that. And then one day he wandered out of the compound.
That's right.
And began to see
The
life
real world.
as it really was.
Yep. Why did he do that?
That's the question you're going to answer.
Well, how would you like it if your father had decided as soon as you were born that this baby of mine's going to be the king? So I've got to keep him in this palace, surrounded by beautiful sense objects, flowers that never droop, beautiful young ladies who never look old.
Sounds perfect.
Isn't that perfect?
That
But
sounds
this guy
really
wasn't satisfied with that. Buddha left the palace, right?
Yes.
And do you know what he saw when he left the palace?
Well, as I understand it, he saw suffering. He saw real life.
In what form? In what form?
Well, there were old people, cripples,
Yeah.
Beggars,
Yeah.
people who had nothing, people who were hungry. Yeah, it's like an eye opener. It's like a wow.
He saw death.
Yeah.
His
He saw
father,
that too.
his father didn't want him to see death. It made him think so strongly, he felt, I've got to leave this place and find out what is the cause of this. Why do people suffer?
Siddhartha roamed for 6 years, seeking to understand the cause of suffering, until he finally came to the shade of a ficus tree, and decided that he would stay right on that spot, focusing his mind until he discovered how to end human suffering. After sitting motionless for an entire night, Siddhartha achieved a mental transformation. Buddhists say he became the Buddha, the enlightened one.
Taught us, he said, you know what a good doctor would tell a patient. Man, you're sick. You're sick. You're suffering. You know, you have a problem. Second, I know the cause. Basically, this craving, attachment.
The Buddha realized that by letting go of his desires and his attachment to the material world, he could rid himself of suffering. For the Buddha, and for generations of Buddhists after him, this freedom from attachment seems to allow a remarkable, perhaps even miraculous, mental and physical focus.
You know, he was so grateful to this tree under which he'd sat and achieved this amazing realization. He sat in this area for 7 weeks, and for one of those weeks, just gazing unwinkingly, they say.
Unmoving and unblinking for 7 days.
It's possible, why not? We haven't exercised our minds. We're so busy with external things, buying and selling and doing all the things we
You've
do.
never actually seen a yogi in action?
Well, in a sense, it's an amazing thing, but you and I can do it.
For Buddhists, years of mental training and showing love and compassion to others can free them from suffering. Walking around this temple, you feel like a miracle really could happen. The miracle of people being content with their lives. People getting along together.
Do you want to just come and see how a Tibetan Lama teaches Western students?
Sure.
How are you?
I am well. How are you, sir?
Very good. I saw your movie.
Oh, you did? Which one?
I don't know.
Who else likes my movie? Bravo.
Shortcut. We all need to care and love and respect each other. That is the source of happiness. Whoever had that, their journey is good. Whoever not keep this in the heart, journey is not good. Thank you. From today, you are my friend. Where? Okay, see you.
I like you. So, a lot of religions are pretty much miracle-based. I mean, Christianity, Judaism,
Right,
really.
right.
You don't do miracles?
But what's a miracle? I mean, flying in the sky, is that a miracle? Birds do it.
It is,
Birds do it.
but we normally think of miracles as some sort of divine thing, something that gives us proof of God or something, you know.
Okay, so that we could ask, where's God? You ask the mystics or the yogis, where's God? They'll point here. They won't point up there. They'll say it's in here. So then, if you're being inspired by your inner God, Buddha, Christ, Krishna, whatever you want to call it, maybe then you can perform what's called a miracle. What does this world need the most? It needs healing, right? Love. It needs reconciliation. I think that's the miracle, and that's the miracle we need. We don't need people levitating 3 inches off their butts, while meditating. That's stupid. So let's stick to the real miracle, which is to transform the human mind, really.
All right. You know what you just did?
What?
You solved the problem of miracles.
Thank you. Can walk up.
You're all right in my book. It's ironic that a man who wanted us to tap into the power that we all have within ourselves is thought of as some sort of divine being. The point of Buddhism, as far as I can see, is to teach us that we are all capable of much more than we might believe we are. To just concentrate on it, just put our minds to it.